Hello guys, and welcome to a new Wargame video today by me, Vulcan, and Val.
Hello.
Today we have for you another of the 1v1s from round 2 of the 1v1 Reddit Open Tournament. And in this one we're going to be seeing Mekvenner versus Kakya. And what sort of decks are we going to be looking at, Val?
So we've seen mostly on this map so far, we've seen Hugo versus Israel. This time Kakya's changed it up a bit because we've got Mekvenner on Israel, and we've got Kakya on Eastern Bloc, which is, you know, I'm a big fan of Eastern Bloc. I really am. Even though you know, it's kind of after the DLC, it sort of fell a bit behind in sort of favorability, but it's still one of my favorite decks to play on Red 4, and super strong.
Yeah, I really like the fact that it can bring in those moat shoots and alongside a lot of the stronger units that the coalition allows you to bring. So you've got like, you know, your Czech tanks, you've got like, or like your Czech AA, you've got like the lovely sort of Moderna in there, then you've got obviously the moat shoots in, alongside all of the other wonderful things that you can bring in with Eastern Bloc. But over on the Israeli side of things, we're going to probably seeing some pretty standard units. The Ram Reki is coming out again. It'd be interesting to see if we find Rovates in Zeldas, as opposed to Gavati this time round. We are going to see some HGMs though. Tyran 5 Blazer, pretty normal stuff. And I think you like the look of?
I mean, nothing really too crazy. One thing we are seeing that I don't think we've actually seen so far is we've seen Kakya start with a Moderna, and I think this is the first super heavy we've seen at the start. Because most of the other teams that we've watched, or teams, I say players that we've watched so far, have opted to go for something a bit lighter. Maybe like on the Yugo side, we've seen a lot of people start with like two M84s. So yeah, interesting start. Oh, on the other side as well, Israel, he's brought a Makava 3D Baz on this top side.
Yeah, we saw a Makava 3B in the last one, which got taken out at the start of the game. But yeah, Makava 3D Baz, that's pretty insane amount of points being spent there. So both players going for a similar style, heavy tank push at the start of the game. It'll be interesting to see that sort of butt heads. We're going to see like a Moderna against a Baz. That's going to be fun to watch, although the Baz should probably win that engagement. But yeah, in general, it'll be interesting to see the reliance on so many heavy vehicles. We've got the T72 M1 Wilkes mixed in there as well, alongside BMP2s. So quite a concentrated push for the top side by Kakya. Meanwhile, at the bottom side, we just got a couple units of Moat Schutzen, SPW80, and with probably like LSTR, and then we got SPW40 with some recon there, and then they've got the Snezka just for the bottom side near Alpha. So we are underway. It looks, yeah, both players going to be opting for the top side armor pushes. So I can't wait to see this, like I said, butt heads.
This is gonna be a really interesting one because this sort of, you know, like the little triangular forest at the top of Foxtrot. It means that the armor can't actually see each other until they get to like a relatively close sort of range, if they both opt for that. Now Kakya should get to that forest a little bit faster, I think, if he drops some stuff there. But I don't know. I mean, we could see something different. We could see him deploy into Gulf and then push downwards.
I think we're going to see the MI17 drop that HGM into the building at Gulf, and then we'll have to see how much work that can do. We also see Mekvenner come up with the BTR 152 as well. He's trying to get that quite far up with the HGM there, and it's surprising how much further he can get that as a wheeled vehicle than the MI17 took to land the Konkurs M into that building. Lots of smoke coming down from both players though, as the engagements get closer. The MI2 is going to reveal this massive push, but gets taken down by the Drakon. So I think Kakya has an idea of what's coming. Maybe Mekvenner not so much, but LSTR 40 going to be able to drop out of their vehicle before that gets destroyed, just about. And they're going to be managing to move forwards to like 80 positions and maybe get some shots onto these tanks, but he's going to have to break through some Zanhammon first.
He definitely is, yeah. He's got all these Moat Schutzen, so he's got the tools to do it, but this Dorban LR is really well placed from Mekvenner over here. getting all these side shots onto the stuff.
That was really close. I thought I was going to hit the Moderna then, but I think the Moderna just got into the cover just in time. BMP2 is also going to get into cover just in time, so he's managed to avoid the ATGM engagements, but the Zan Hanem coming up with those s'mores, going to be able to wreck the BMP2s. T-72 M1 Wilk. Oh, the bomber coming in, the Kernas. Wow, that did a lot of damage. That absolutely annihilated so much of Kakya's forces then, and this M2 Moderna is in a bad spot now. The other M1 Wilkes, oh, that side shot almost coming in from the Maglan MI-17 saving the day. Another Maglan squad, oh, god, this M2 Moderna has certainly taken some punishment. MI-29 912A coming in with the 4 thermobaric bombs, going to get rid of some of that infantry, but not actually do too much damage to the armor.
3 Bs and 1 HP, this could go down to the napalm maybe.
Yeah, the Moderna finally died. I don't think that Makava's going to go down today, but wow, what an engagement. That was an explosive start to this one. The Kernas coming out of nowhere. Did not see that come in and absolutely blew the crap out of that push.
This has been really, really good for Mekvenner over here. I think at this point, Kakya really needs to push this bottom side. He needs to try and... He has a bit more stuff here, and obviously he doesn't know that, but if he can make a push work, he can sort of save a bit of face, because he is not going to hold on to golf if Mekvenner really goes for it.
Yeah, it's interesting to see Mekvenner not really taking the initiative here and trying to push up the Makava. Maybe he's kind of scared of the HGM. I guess the Konkazem would take out the Makava 2A quite easily when it's only on 5 health. And yeah, there's not too much substance really to push with. He's got 1 unit of infantry. It's currently blocked off by the napalm. Just needs to get some resupply in here, and then maybe he can make something work. Dorban LR is going to be resupplied by the Oshkosh. Makmat's going to be opening up probably towards the Konkazem. MiG-29 912A coming in though. That's going to be dropping bombs on top of the Macbeth, which is interesting. Going to be seeing that Macbeth possibly go down to the napalm.
I think he might do.
Ooh, is it going to go down? Yes, it is. Okay, so the Macbeth's going to be taken out there. That's quite a nice kill for the MiG because it allows him to just continuously bring those in throughout the game. SPW-80 though, that's managed to drive around the bottom side of Bravo, get into Charlie. There's literally going to find out there's nothing here. Might even be able to like fast move that into Echo and take out the Exarret, but the Exarret very well armoured, and the SPW-80 is going to be have to be very close to have enough KE to get through that.
It is indeed. I mean, this is looking really good for Mekvenner. Kakya needs to really get on point here. Now, luckily, there's actually no AA here, so this MI-35 did a really good job. I mean, there is a drag on further back, actually.
Is going to go down to the Konkazem. So, you know, I was saying how he could have pushed up with the Makava 2A, but it would be taken out by the Konkazem. Well, that's exactly what happened. And, yeah, the Makava 2A there, going to go down. The Makava 3B still alive. Oshkosh, what happened to the Baz? Did he remove it?
I think he swapped out for the 3B.
Yeah, that seems more likely. So he needs to fix up the Makava 3B with that Oshkosh, preferably, sooner than later. We're seeing the Pram come in with some smoke on towards the Dorban LR to stop that firing at the BMP2s as they move across Gulf. We're seeing a little bit of a concentration at the bottom, but not too much going on down here. It's probably one of the first times we've seen on this map neither team pushing on the bottom side. Konas though coming in with the 2 bombs.
He didn't manage to split it, but that did a lot of damage there. Holy moly.
Oh yeah, 2 of those shooting squads dying instantly. Second one's being damaged quite significantly. BMP2 going to get hit by the Dorban LR. There's just a little gap in the smoke there. Just enough for that Dorban LR to fire through and kill off both of the BMP2s. So the smoke was a nice idea, just wasn't quite in the right place. MI-35 going to get hit by the Drakon, and also the Megabet there going to come up and help finish that off. Just got the AA back in time.
Kakya's in the unfortunate position where it's not really safe to resupply his Konkers here. He's going to have to probably just go in with a Kolos and try and hide it in the building.
He's going to make that run. Mutchutson coming up to take out the Hamer. Makava 3B is on 3 health. Got to be a bit careful about that. RPGs could very easily. Couple shots from one of them. would probably be enough, but it looks like he's confident enough to just drive forwards there with the grenade launcher, get on target and take out those squads. So that was nicely done. It's T-72 M1 Wilkes looking for a kill though, but the smoke's coming in to support the 3B. So MiG-29's coming in with the bombs. 5 thermobaric bombs. Going to get hit by the Macbeth quite hard, actually.
Oh, just behind the Macabre as well.
Wow, okay, yeah. So that's not going to allow the 3B to retreat. It's going to take out the Hamer. The Macbeth actually just drove into that, so that's going to be damaged slightly. The Macabre 3B is driving back through it. It's taken 1 point of damage so far. I don't think we can see if there's napalm or smoke or what, because it's just like smoke everywhere, but yeah, I think the Macabre 3B found a little spot to sit.
I think he should be fine, but I mean, at that point, probably just keep it there. I mean,
yeah, just keep it hidden. It's fine. Either way, it's
MI-25 in Echo though. There is like no AA here.
Yeah, it'd be interesting to see if he can. Oh, can he take out that BTR 152 with the command infantry in it? Oh, he can, and that's going to be boom to that. Oh wow, that's one command unit down, and he's found the Exalet.
This is the last CV, isn't it?
Is it?
Yeah, I think so.
Oh my. Can he get it in time? Kernas coming in there. Ammo box hit. Oh, wow. Okay, he's going to lose those HGMs, so he doesn't even have them. Oh, okay. So Zephyr's going to be coming up with the Stinger to shoot down the MI-25. MI-25 can't do anything. Going to be the attack ping going down, marking the location of that Axaret.
No, luckily the Axaret's basically an impenetrable pillbox, so he's kind of alright.
Yeah, that would have been crazy. Like, the last command would have just instantly won the game. That's mental. Because I was literally about to comment on the fact that there isn't many CVs on the field at the moment, and both of the teams are still neutral. And it almost stung Mekvenner then. But that ammo box hit took both of those HGMs out. And that was, I don't know if that was luck or what, but Jesus, that was close. Either way, looks like Kakya is going to be buying for a push into Bravo now. It's funny how this one Conquers M squad's providing enough presence in Gulf for Mekvenner not to push, especially considering it just took out another Macbeth. So those Macbeths dropping like flies, that's for sure. And the Promise is still busy firing away. He has a lot of stuff to push in here. Like, I mean, he could just smoke this off and run towards Gulf, and I think he could probably take it very easily.
He didn't even need to smoke it though. He could just have those Robot 90 bomber Gulf just walk towards it, just split them in two and walk towards.
Oh, especially VulcanHDGaming there, going to survive the Kirnes bombing strike. So that recon's going to stay alive for now. And yeah, it's interesting because there's just so much sitting, doing nothing right now. Even, like, I mean, there's not a single unit, except from in Echo, where the Rovet 90 and the Zephyrs taking on the VulcanHDGaming. There's nothing else moving on the map for a Mekvenner. There's lots moving around for Kakya, that's for sure, as he is trying to set up his next push.
Desperately clawing to try and keep himself in this, because he must know how tenuous the situation is for him. I think the only reason why he's even, you know, got this opportunity to start these pushes back is because Mekvenner has been super reserved.
Yeah, so even after like that initial push, like, he took out so many units with that Kernas. It was actually insane. I think his units just weren't repaired enough to make the push back. And this Macabre 3B is still on 2 health. I'm really surprised that that hasn't been repaired yet.
I was a bit cheeky by Kakya there, by the way. He doesn't have a fob, so he basically ran out of ammunition on his Kolos, and then he fast moved it towards Foxtrot as a bit of a free scout. But then because he's got his, you know, basically where you can change whether your units fire at resupply vehicles or not, he must have that on because his Conquer's just fired at his own supply vehicle. When he went to the other side, so that was a waste.
Yeah, crazy. Manages to get the points there. But still, I mean, if he likes to pad his KD, then that's one way to do it. But either way, SBW 40 moving around in the top side with some more Special Aufklar. And they're going to be moving into that forest. Probably going to move up and try and take out the Hamer there. And maybe take out the 205 Blazer if they can get their RPG on target. So, I mean, there's a few probing moves going on here and there. BTR 152 coming into Charlie. giving Mekvenner the +2. And I guess in one way, this is one way that Mekvenner can win. He knows probably that he has an advantage, maybe not as much of an advantage as we can see, but in general, like just investing in CVs when you've got like this many units controlling these sectors, I think is a reasonable way to do it. But now he's going to be seeing the push come in from Kakya into Bravo. And this is a really nice move from Kakya. He completely disregarded the top side, and now he's completely pushing into the bottom side. And it's making Mekvenner react to what he's doing as opposed to the other way around. So this is, yeah, a really, really good way to do things, because now he's, yeah, forcing Mekvenner to make this call. And he's actually bringing in the Kernas here. That's going to wreck these Moschusen. Oh, that's nasty. Zanhanem actually get pinned down as well and panicked. I actually thought it would go for the 3 units of Moschusen, but it actually just killed the 2 that were coming down the side of the hill there, so that's fine. Moschusen are going to be split off and going to try and run away whilst the other Moschusen squads come in and kill off the Zanhanem, and that's going to give Bravo over to Kakya. And if Kakya can make this comeback by starting to control Bravo, that would be really, really nice. He's now got his own command into Hotel as well, just to stop the +2 from bleeding him too much.
I mean, this is really what you need to do, and kudos to Kakya for sort of seizing the opportunity. You should never ever be letting your opponent dictate what you do if you can avoid it. So right now what Kakya's done is he's done this attack into Bravo. And that might have worked, it might not have done, but at the end of the day what it means is that now Mekvenner is sort of dancing to his tune. He's having to bring in units to deal with Bravo. And Mekvenner has already showed himself to be quite the sort of reserved player. Very afraid to push this stuff in golf. And yeah, it's a bit of a shame for Mekvenner really, but he's playing a very reserved game.
And these Hammers going down all over the place. The Hammer went down in the top side to Special Alclara, and in the bottom side as well to the T-72M1 Wilk. 2 Zanhanem squads taken out for free by Kakya. I didn't even have to fight them. That was quite a big deal. So now he's got a decent hold on Bravo, and I think honestly Kakya, he saw the Mekava 3B, he's seen it for a while now. He's seen the Mekava 2A up the top side, so he knows that there's not going to be too much down the bottom side because of that. Moving into the Zanhanem though, trying to engage those Zanhanem in close quarters combat with the support of the Moschusen and the T-72M1 Wilk. He's got some reinforcements already coming up as well. The Snezka is going to be helping deal with these Hammers that are providing fire support.
This thermobaric MiG will do a lot of work if this lands onto all those Hammers.
Oh yeah, that's a good point. You're probably going to be going straight for those Givati squads, and it's also going to hit the Shermans as well. Oh, look at that. That is nasty. We're going to see the MiG-29 actually shot down the Kernas as well, and the Kernas is going to come in with its bombs. It hit one of them, missed the other, since it got shot down midway. But yeah, crazy. Okay, so the MiG-27 comes in, completely changes this game. I mean, it's literally turned the game on its head with this bombing strike, because this is giving Kakya such a good position.
Well, it is, and because Mekvenner's been so afraid of pushing, like, he's going to lose this forest next to Charlie, and if he does, which I think is what's going to happen, he is in a really rough position. Also, Kakya's regaining the bottom of Gulf with this lone Wilk.
Yeah, the Wilk's
hero we need,
driving through there, killing off the rest of the stuff that was left over from the bombing strike that came in earlier. Those thermobaric MiGs, they really do so much damage, don't they? And we see the Givati, they're waiting for the Moschusen to arrive. Be interesting that Givati should be able to take out the M2 Wilk, because it's only on 2 health at the moment. Looks like Kakya has actually identified that, and he is going to withdraw from that fight. But more reinforcements coming in. SPW-80s, going to be bringing in more LSTR, I assume. And we're going to be seeing the Special Clara trying to run around the bottom side. Yeah, LSTR coming up, they're going to be able to deal with the Hammers quite nicely. SPW-50PK going to be engaging the Givati alongside the T-72M1 Wilk. Don't want that Givati to not be stunned, otherwise a rocket into the T-72 would kill it off, but they're not going to get that shot off. Mekvenner's still using his machine guns, so the HGM's not actually firing unless he manually targets. SU-22 M4 Seria comes in to kill off the Mekava 2A, and we do see another MiG flying about now to provide air support. So he's managed to push all the way through this forest really nicely.
He's got the resources to push into the rest of Charlie here, and this is Like, honestly, Mekvenner, he just needs to push into Golf now. He needs to just send stuff in and distract Kakya's attention. Because you can't sit by and just leave about, what, like 600-700 points worth of stuff just doing nothing.
Yeah, it's literally been sat there for the majority of the game. Like you say, just doing nothing. And the T-72 Wilk finally went down in the bottom side. It's got another one coming up though. Doesn't have too much infantry to push across the open to Charlie just yet. So that Zan Hanem squad's just having a field day with its small onto the T-55s.
I mean, Kakya does have to be careful because he has lost a lot of stuff here, and it might be an idea just to try and get some resupply up. See if you can just hold off the reinforcements until you can be in a position to move. Because, like, make no mistake, like, Mekvenner has a lot more points on the field. It's just that Kakya's actually using his a lot better, I think.
Nice strike from this area there to take out the 2B. But we do see a 2A coming in as well to assist. MiG-29 coming in with the thermobaric bombs again, straight on top of the Zan Hanem. And they're not going to quite hit the mark, but definitely force the Zan Hanem back, and that's going to allow the Mekshutsen to try and run across the open there. Shinav took a shot, but did not shoot down the aircraft. MiG-29's got to be a bit careful there, floated around in the back line. SPW-80 is going to be opening up onto the Zan Hanem there. Mekava's going to be smoked off by the Makmat as it continues forwards. Make sure that Seria can't get another kill. This T-72 M1 Wilk is on the case though, going to be moving around those buildings to try and get a shot off. LSTR there did manage to get one of their rockets onto the Mekava 2A, but Mekava 2A with that grenade launcher doing a lot of damage. LSTR actually missed their shot. Can they get another one to kill off the Mekava 2A, because that would get rid of that really annoying fire support there. The T-72 M1 Wilk's only on 2 health. I think it got side shot by the Rovate 90 briefly.
This area 30 has to provide. There we go.
Yeah, nice. Okay, so it takes out the 2A. It's going to relieve the pressure a bit from Kakya. But Kakya is still in a great position. I mean, there's not actually much on the map. But since Mekvenner's sitting here not doing too much, he's able to push with pretty much nothing.
Like, to be fair, the thing is, like, Kakya's not in a great position. Well, that's a weird way of saying it, okay. He shouldn't be in a great position, let's put it that way. All Mekvenner has to do is literally just attack move into Gulf and then into the hotel. And there's nothing that Kakya can do. He's so behind on points at the moment.
Indeed. Yeah, Kakya's lost a lot of troops, and this is going to be like one of those games where you win with a negative KD if this continues as it is, because Mekvenner's just not taking like any risk whatsoever. He could easily just send forwards the Ram Recce, you know, or even start moving the Maglan squad down that tree line and find out what's in Gulf, and he would find that there would be nothing. I mean, I think that's worth, you know, sacrificing a Ram Recce for it. But either way, Kakya's freely just flying about with his MiG. He's freely reinforcing his push into Charlie, and he's forcing Mekvenner to just react to this the entire time.
I mean, if anything, if you're not going to push it into Gulf, at least move your Mekava 3B into this forest at the bottom of Gulf, because then you can stop the reinforcements coming into Charlie. Yeah,
it's like a 3B. It's now fully repaired as well. It shouldn't be there if it's not being used. You can't afford to have a tank that's worth 155 points on the field if you're not going to use it. MiG-29 coming in again. Shenav's actually run out of ammunition, so that's free to land bombs onto these Rovates, and that's going to hit the mark. Very, very nicely done there. Rovate's not going to stand much of a chance against all this fire support, and the Mekshutsen freely running across the open. Also Mi-17 coming in here with the rocket pods. Again, nothing to shoot this down, so pretty much going to have a field day. Also going to be dropping off an HGM squad there. That's going to be great for shooting down the road. Going to get some good shots off. Conquers M, can it kill off the 3-2B? No, it can't, because it get popped. That was a bit of a mistake, I think, there from Kakya. Should have got it into the building. Seria 30 gets one shot onto the Mekava 2B. And we're going to see a MiG-29 come in. That's finally going to evacuate. So did the Barak 2. Mi-17 continuing to clean out more of this infantry. Possibly get rid of the 2B if we can get another shot on target. Just firing shots all over the place at the moment. Almost took out the Shinav there. Oh, they found the command, so that's what they're going to be going for now. Wilk finishes off the Mekava, so that's good. We're going to see the Mekava 2A and Foxtrot firing downwards now towards the Motschützen. This Hapak still very much revealed at the moment.
It is indeed this MiG-29 bomber coming in. I would put it on the MACMA at the back if I could, I think, but he might just be going for the CV.
Yeah, I think he's just got the CV. I think he's going to get out of there just fine as well. Hapak actually able to sit in the backside of that sector still, so that's interesting. However, not for long, as the Motschützen are soon going to catch up to this Hapak. Also, the T-72 is getting shots onto the Zanhanim, and the Shenev and the Makmat at the back are very much in a bad spot right now. Mekava 2A might be able to do some damage against the Wilk, but that Wilk's going to be in a decent position to fight back, that's for sure.
I actually can't believe that this has been kind of allowed to happen by Mekvenner.
Yeah, it's so true. MiG-29 is going to be taking on the Barak, and the Barak's going to win. He's managed to take back air control at least, taking down that plane.
That Barak 2 is not a plane you mess with, because the that MiG-29 913 I think it is like the ASF version, and it's great for the price, but it's not the same quality of the Barak 2. So
now we see the Larvae come in. Mekvenner is going to be investing in his own bombers now to try and return the favour, but that's not going to do too much. Maybe damage the Motschützen squad a little bit, but the Motschützen have caught up to the Hapak. Can they take out this Mekava 2A though? That's what they need to do. If they can, then they've got a free shot at this command. I'm really surprised that this command has not been taken out yet. The MiG-29 surely has to go down. No, it's not going to go down this time. And Napalm finally lands on target. Hapak squad is going to go down, +2 to Kakya in this battle. Yeah, this is absolutely nuts. I don't know how... Why have none of these units in the topside moved still? It's very odd. Very odd.
Yeah, I think this is definitely the side of kind of a more inexperienced player. He microed his units really well at the start, but his play on like a strategic sense has been, unfortunately for Mekvenner, just a bit lacking really. He's been so passive, and that's not really the way to win, unfortunately.
Yeah, I think he just like thought, oh, you know, I'm going to hold my sectors, bring in CVs, and everything will be okay. But then he was forced to react to this play by Kakya, and Kakya's just taking full advantage when quite easily, I think, Mekvenner could have pushed this back initially, but now it almost seems too late. Let's see how much damage this does. Ooh, nice kill there from the Kernas onto the T-72, and a couple of those Motschützen squads did quite a lot of damage. But command even coming in to Charlie from Kakya, so +4 for Kakya at the moment. That's crazy.
It just shows the lack of pressure, because Kakya, like, I think Kakya doesn't realize how much is in Foxtrot right now, because he's just pushing like he believes that Mekvenner has nothing.
Yeah. It basically, like, if we go to Kakya's perspective, I mean, he doesn't have much on the map, and he's probably wondering, like, okay, so, like, Mekvenner mustn't have much on the map either, because there's no way that he would be able to get away with this. And, like, one Conquers M squad's been holding Gulf for, like, the entirety of the game.
With no ammo.
Yeah, with no ammo as well. So even if, like I was saying, you could sacrifice the Ram Recce to find out if there's anything there, it would have just found a Conquer squad that couldn't fight back. And if we look at it from Mekvenner's point of view, well, he can see this massive push in Charlie. I mean, has he forgotten about his units in the top side? Maybe he can't see the 3B. Maybe he, like, if you zoom out, I don't know if you have what sort of unit cards you use,
merging,
but
yeah.
Maybe he just doesn't notice that it's still there. Like, because I mean, the rest of the units, fair enough, kind of leave them, but that 3B is such a big deal.
It's I don't know. This is a game that Mekvenner had a real shot at winning, and I think he's thrown away by being indecisive. Now, the only chance he's got now is if he pushes it all the way through to Hotel, like right now. But it's probably too little too late, to be honest.
Yeah, and I think Kakya has time to react to whatever Mekvenner does now, because he's so far up in Charlie. And this massive swarm of Riv 890 in the Zanhanims isn't good for a MiG-29. Like, a MiG-29 with the thermobaric bombs right now would absolutely rip this to shreds. Area 30 going to be coming in. Barak gonna be shooting that down, but what did that actually kill?
I don't think it killed anything, did it?
Yeah, it managed to hit the Shenav. Actually, no, the Makmat. The Makmat in the backside. Yeah.
Ah, okay.
So it killed off the Makmat, but I mean, obviously not a favourable trade, but still. Barak being forced to reload, and Kurnas coming in with its 1,000 kilogram bombs again, or the electro-optical bombs. We're going to see another Seria 30 come in since the barracks out of the sky, and that's going to be focusing down these 2Bs, I assume.
By the way, just a bit of a tip and trick, because I'm not sure if they fixed this. I don't think they have. If you have a 2-stack of stuff and you get targeted by a ATGM plane, if you split your stack, I believe that it doesn't target anymore. It stops the targeting. That used to be the case, I think. I'm not sure if they've changed that though.
There you
Is
go.
it a nice way to micro away from it?
Riv 890 though, going to try and move across the open and get torn to shreds by the T-72MT Moderna that's been brought up. This Moderna is in such a good spot now to just rip to shreds all of this infantry and also pick off this 2B, which really just doesn't have the power to take on a Moderna, that's for sure. Lavi's going to be coming in with its bombs. The MiG-29 came in with its own. Moderna going to take a little bit of damage from a bomb landing behind it. No Zanhanim, probably going to burn to death.
Oh, guys. Sorry, Solomon.
+5 now, though, for Kakya. He's got the command into Alpha. And this is just slowly falling in favour of Kakya as towards the end of the game here. I mean, Mekvenner just threw this game so hard by not pushing. It's actually quite tragic. I hope he watched it back to find out that this was the case, or maybe not, because he probably would have cried. But
I think I would have cried.
So would have I. But just like watching these back, like watching back all of your replays is always a great idea, just to see like where you went wrong. And in this case, it was quite simply just not being aggressive enough from Mekvenner. He could have quite simply pushed on through Kakya after the really good start he had, and it shows in the kills and losses. Like I was saying that at the end of this game, it would be likely that there would be a negative KD for Kakya, but I mean it's still pretty close, and it is negative KD just for Kakya at the end of the game. But after 28 minutes and 38 seconds, Kakya's the winner. What do you have to say about that, Val?
I mean, it's a negative KD for Kakya, but you wouldn't believe it if you watched the game, would you? Because just Christ, it was one of those games where Mekvenner he had no aggression at all, and it's a. Let me just. Yeah, so he's played. He's actually played quite a few games. He's played about 700, 800 games, but you can't afford to play on the back foot like that. You can't let your opponent dictate what you do. Like even if aggression is literally just like sending forward 1 or 2 units of infantry just to check, you may as well. Like Robot 90 is what, 10 points. That's definitely worthwhile just to slam it into golf just to check, because he just resigned himself to defeat and just sat there in that sector. And I mean, I don't know, maybe he wasn't really paying attention too much or whatever, but I think pretty much everyone who watches this will agree that Mekvenner had a super strong position at the start there and just really threw away. Now on the other hand, though, really well played to Kakya, because he didn't let that initial destruction of all his units kind of slow him down.
Yeah.
And he really kept up the aggression throughout the entire game, and that really won him it.
Yeah, just redirecting the push to the bottom side where he knows there's not so much resistance. Really, really great way to break through down there, and he definitely made it work out. Either way, guys, really, really interesting game to talk about, that's for sure. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video. Goodbye.
Bye.